My name is Kenny Kim. I'm in second year. I'm going into third year. I'm going to be studying biomedical systems engineering, and I've been living in Toronto ever since I moved to Canada. And I was born in Seoul, South Korea. Um, it's rather a long story actually, but when I was going into grade 12, I actually did not know what engineering was. But in grade 12 first semester, I was taking this world history class. Back then, I was so sure I was going to study social sciences and humanities, but in that world history class, I realized that everyone in the past who made a significant impact in the world and made it a better place were engineers. So I decided to go to engineering. And since I didn't want to move out from Toronto, I looked into U of T engineering program, and I initially actually applied for track one because I did not know what type of engineering I wanted to do. But when I was filling out my student profile form, I realized there's this really awesome sounding program called engineering science, which seemed like basically track one but harder. So I decided to choose engineering science, and here I am. um, First of all, I was a very involved person back in high school. I did a lot of extracurricular activities, so when I came into NSI, I also wanted to do a lot of extracurricular activities, so I signed up for a lot of different stuff. But since engineering science was academically very challenging, I had trouble managing my time initially back in first year. So my grades suffered a bit from high school, but I took first year as a learning year so that I would figure out how to learn most efficiently. And I think that helped me in my second year to do better than first year and increase my time management skills. Okay, I did a lot. So back in first year, I was the first year chair of the Engineering Society. I was involved with the school orchestra. I forget. What else? In second year, I was the promotions director for Insight, which is an engineering science mentorship program. A violin player at the Passion and Music Group. I also continued school orchestra. I was involved with School's Got Talent as a finance director, and I was the class rep of my class. There's probably more, but I can't really remember off the top of my head. Last summer I worked at a lab called STAR. It stands for Spatial Temporal Targeting and Amplification of Radiation Response. It was a biomedical engineering lab, down there in the Mars Discovery District. I basically experimented with mice. Yeah. And this summer I'm working at a human vectors engineering lab, looking at driver distraction studies. If you don't get the marks you like in the beginning, don't sweat it. First year marks are not important. Take it as a learning year. Take it as an opportunity to adjust to university life. Stay involved. Don't get depressed. Yeah, just and enjoy life. If you manage your time well, eventually, if you learn how to manage your life effectively in your first year, you'll be fine in second year and third year and fourth year and so on. So don't stress over little things like marks, because as long as you pass, it doesn't really matter. Good question. I chose biomed because I personally don't really like repetitive practicing. So a lot of the calculus and physics courses we take, it involves a lot of sitting down and applying the concepts over and over again. And I felt like biomed provided me enough balance between that kind of courses, such as partial differential equations, and the other type of courses like biology. I really enjoyed biology back in high school, and I always wanted to do something related to biology actually. And I feel like biomed is like the new big thing, and it'll definitely grow in the next 10 to 15 years. And I saw a lot of prospect in that. That's a very broad question. As an engineering science student, so I would like to get a PUI job, and during my PUI, I would like to publish some papers and work hard on my thesis. and just, you know, stay involved, enjoy my life here at U of T. 'Cause there's only like a couple of years, 2 or 3 years left, because you only get 5 years of undergrad, and I really want to get the most out of it.